Hey champions, it's Wednesday. I hope you're having a great day. I'm sorry about the fan noise in the background. It's really hot in Toronto and I'm just doing my best to stay cool. I don't have any updates today, actually. A surprising thing, I didn't find any new videos related to Genesis coming out yesterday. If you know one that I don't know about, let me know. I'm sure there are other people creating content that we're just not aware of. So if you know anyone who's creating content about Genesis, let me know so I can go and support them. Besides that, not a whole lot happened. At least not a whole lot that would be interesting on your side. It was a lot of just dealing with um, some bureaucracy, some relationship stuff, like with our vendors. It's just a lot of interesting things altogether. So I was requested to talk about Peaceful Demand. I'm going to jump in and talk about that card. There's not a whole lot to say, so I'm also going to talk a little bit about Lightless Tibicena. So let's throw Peaceful Demand up on screen. You got yourself a 8 sheet card with awareness of just forward. Its affiliations are Jalara, Bellum, and Axon. So these are primarily played by the Vadhis champions, Raha, Nubia, or Kun. Those are the only ones who can play him. Peaceful Demand, it's a spell, holy, Swift speed cast for 12 aura. So it reads target champion in Peaceful Demand's awareness chooses one. They discard all cards in their thoughts, so they discard their entire hand, or they cannot move or rotate this round and gain Pacify until the end of turn. Pacify stating that they lose their awareness. And let's look at that artwork. The artwork's absolutely amazing. Layla was a very special guest working on Rays. We haven't moved forward to work with her for Origins, but I hope in time we can work with her again. So Nubia and all her omnipotent abilities of being able to see multiple different futures and being able to predict what's going to happen, she's presenting Idris with two possible choices. In one hand, it's Idris going mad. We know that madness. So in Nubia's right hand, the white circle, you have Idris holding onto her head and displaying madness. So we've seen this on Selective Amnesia, Unhinged. We know the keyword madness. This is about people losing their thoughts, losing their mind. So the idea of hand destruction being tied into this idea of going insane and kind of losing your cognitive capabilities. And this ties into Kendra and her insanity and her ability, Neurum, being able to drive other people insane. In the other hand, in the left hand, in the blue sphere, you have Idris who's blind, meaning that she's pacified. She's lost her awareness. So that's what's happening in the artwork. We've seen this ability of Nubius to look into possible features on careful consideration. Let me just find that artwork and put that up on screen as well. So this will take a few seconds. But in careful consideration, we see her ability to pull out 3 spheres that are showing different potential futures. So here we go. So in the 3 spheres, you have the one on the top left, which would be Tsunami. The bottom that she's holding onto, that's direct defense, or not direct defense. I think it's direct defense. And then in the other sphere on our right, her left, is the Angel Retribution. So the idea is she looked into the future, saw these 3 possible options. She's picking one, and that's the one that she's going to go down. And the other one she's going to navigate and figure out. We've seen this also in Future Sight. You didn't see anything in her sphere, but this is her ability. Her ability is able to use the Aether Sphere to manifest potential futures and make her choice to figure out which one she wants to traverse. So she's now giving Idris this choice. Peaceful Demand as a card does not see a lot of competitive play. It sees very little casual play. And part of the reason is the high chi demand. It's a very high taxing card to put into your deck. Not to play, but to put into your deck for an ability that you're not in control of. I personally love mechanics that force my opponent to make a decision. I think there's something very sadistic and something very kind of dominating about forcing your opponent to choose between one of 2 bad situations. And That's why I create cards like this. We have Peaceful Demand. The other one we have had in the past was Lulu Kokore. Both cards I created. I think these cards are fun, but Peaceful Demand fell a little bit short. On one end, discarding your thoughts. If your opponent has no cards in their thoughts, they can choose this option, and it will literally do nothing. So the card will just fizzle and be useless. On the other side, if the champion has already taken their turn, then cannot move or rotate, doesn't hurt them too much, and the pacify itself only lasts until the end of the turn. So whoever's turn you're playing it on, the moment that character becomes exerted and ends their turn, the pacify is removed. So as a whole, this card just fell a little bit short, and that's why it only was a common in Raise. And that's why we're also not seeing it reprinted in JLR 2nd edition. It's a card that conceptually, I had a lot of fun designing. I thought it was going to be a really, really cool card. I thought it would help you a lot in the Rain OTK deck. But at the end of the day, it just did nothing. Not in the Rain OTK, but against the Rain OTK. Alright, since we still have a little bit of time, I wanted to talk about Lightless Tibicena. This is another HE card, 6 health, forward awareness. Affiliations are Thymos and Chaos, so you're playing this with Idris, Malik, or Odara. It's a summon, it's a beast. Action, beckon it for 29 aura. Swift, range, earth, attack 6, exert. And then this is the only summon in the entire game who has the continuous attack resistance. All damage dealt to Lightless Tibicena that are attack abilities is reduced by 1. So let's talk about the beckon cost. The beckon cost being 29 is slightly more than the Angel of Retribution, but still significantly less than the Primordial Force. The way I know Alex likes to talk about these is when you're looking at the aura cost, especially for summons, how many fireballs do you get out of it? Because one of the most played champions for this tribe, for Vishud, is Idris. So every 5 aura, that means something. So if you're picking between 2 summons who are pretty similar in strength, but one is 5 aura cheaper, it's probably better to run that one that's 5 aura cheaper, just so you get the opportunity to throw one more fireball when you need it. The range earth attack 6. So earth it gives it the advantage of being able to combo up with earth pillar. We don't see a lot of earth decks, especially not out of Vishud. That's usually happening with Erica using landslides, but this card still combos with that. But the range attribute, that is amazing, because now this gives Lightless the ability to jump up and attack angels. And angels are one of the biggest threats to the Vishud decks. There isn't a whole lot in there that can comfortably deal against angels. So Lightless gives you a great option to deal with angels. The other benefit that the Lightless has is it has the attack resistance. It's able to actually charge up and go head to head against an angel and survive that engagement. There's not many summons who can do that. I actually can't think. The Primordial is the only one who can take a direct attack from an angel and survive. But Primordial also has a holy weakness, so it's getting hit for 7. And then if you holy brand it somehow, then all of a sudden the angel's wiping it out. Actually, no. It already has the holy weakness, so holy branding it doesn't do anything. My bad. But it's still getting hit for 7 against the angel, or by the angel. So there's not a whole lot of value with the Primordial against an angel. But Lightless against angels, it gives you that one-on-one exchange, which is really great. And the fact that it has that 1 resistance, we're seeing a lot of champions, especially fighters, struggle to deal with it. Things like a left hook deal no damage. Any summon that just attacks for 1 does no damage. So a lot of your little ways to hit a summon for 5 and then ping it off for the kill, that becomes much more challenging against Lightless. There isn't a whole lot of strategies against it. You just gotta whittle it down. So this is a card I highly recommend you run if you are playing in that tribe and you're looking for a nice beefy creature to really ruin your opponent's plans. So those are the 2 cards I wanted to cover today. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll try to do more card coverage, more spotlights as we go on, especially breaking down a lot of different cards in the set, in the game, so you have a better understanding of my perspective on them. Now, Just because these are my perspective does not mean this is the only way these cards can be played. Somebody might find a really great combo out there where Peaceful Demand that makes that card phenomenal. Other players may find a way to play with Lightless that I've never thought of. So whatever is your favorite cards, go for it. Enjoy the game. Play the game. And I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.